You're listening to the Mind Your Business podcast. Today, we're sharing 7 revenue boosters that also increase profit.
So stay tuned.
Hi, I'm James Wedmore, and with 13 years online, I've built my business to over $9 million in sales per year. And this is the first non-business business podcast that shows you how to apply the principles of spirituality, energy, and mindset to create true and lasting success, all from the inside out. This is the Mind Your Business podcast. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm James Wedmore.
And I'm Jilly Cedeno.
And this is the Mind Your Business podcast, where we help you step into the role of being an unleashed, unstoppable entrepreneur so you can create a bigger impact in the world. Yeah. And so we've done 2 episodes so far on this. The first one was really creating a very powerful distinction around the personal brand and the role of the CEO that is absolutely required in your business. And then we also talked about our pesky expenses that creep up on us. In fact, you were just talking yesterday.
Yeah, I did a quick 20-minute audit. If you guys listen to the last episode, you'll know what I mean. And I saved another $300 a month in expenses.
$300 a month.
There you go.
How did you do that?
I just looked at the credit card statement and then just researched what every little thing was that I didn't really know what it was already.
Yeah, little pieces of software were we don't use that anymore. And it's just how can we reallocate that, you know? Mm-hmm. I think the quicker you want to mature in your business, the quicker we're going to have to get on board with you saying no more. And because every yes is a no to something else. And being able to have that maturity and business acumen to understand that you don't just run around saying yes to everything. In fact, I think a lot of yeses are lack-based yeses.
Totally.
I may never get an opportunity like this ever again, so I'm just going to say yes to everything. And you may not realize that some of your yeses are you settling. Never settle, my friends. You settling is you communicating to the universe that you're not worthy of anything more than that.
So true.
That's as good as I can get. That's all I deserve. 7 ways to increase profit while increasing revenue. I think this is something everyone's going to want to hear. It's just a much more high-level strategic way of, mapping out the income streams that you want in your business and how to choose the right ones and say no to the others. These are not the things you want to turn your computer into an ATM machine and it's shooting out money. It's this is how to actually be a disciplined business owner, to run a machine that is a well-oiled machine, running like a Swiss watch. Yeah. You should have some sort of revenue goal every single 90 days. What is predictable number. Okay, so you can have a goal here's my wish, here's my dream. That's awesome. But I'd also you have a number of what are we on track for? What is the most predictable number that we're pacing? Because that's going to give you a realistic future timeline of where you're headed. Mm-hmm. So some people just throw out numbers and they think that if they throw out that number, they magically hit it. And they're I don't get it. I wrote down $200 million and I didn't make it. It's okay, can we use past data to inform predictable behavior for the future? Doesn't mean that's the guarantee. That doesn't mean we're not going to shoot for the moon. But there should be something that's kind of pacing that every 90 days. And so many people, we talk about this all the time. People I'm not doing a revenue generating thing this 90 days. I'm okay, don't come to me at the end of the year and talk about a revenue problem.
Right.
We're going to share with you 7 ways. My best advice for you as you listen is to listen for the number one that's jumping out to you that you're going to apply. Mm-hmm. Okay. The other thing too is as we look at this as a business machine, what all of these have in common really is ways to increase output, money, without expending additional input. So that's really the things we're going to look at, increasing sales without more time, effort, and money as much as we can. So here we go.
Let's do it.
Number 1, this is the easiest. This is the stupidest way. The most simple way. This is the one that you're going to smack your hand to the forehead. And that is absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, raising your prices. That takes absolutely zero effort whatsoever. And a huge argument that I will attest to is selling at a higher price will take no additional effort from you than it has to sell it at the price it was.
Exactly.
Prove me wrong. Raise your price and prove me wrong. Raising your prices is the number one way to increase revenue without any additional. What does it take? Log in to your checkout software or whatever and change the 5 to a 9 and save. You're done. That's the effort it took. I'll never forget this story. I don't know if Brandon and I have ever shared this publicly, and hopefully he doesn't mind. when I met Brandon, this is 2014 or end of 2013. And we met in person because we were both doing YouTube stuff, but he was doing it locally. I was teaching YouTube and he was doing it for small businesses, and he was crushing it, or at least I thought. And I was like, dude, this is amazing. He's like, yeah, man, people are buying left and right. All these local businesses are buying my services. And I was like, this is great. And he goes, but there's one problem. I go, what? He goes, I can't take on any more clients. I'm like, that's not a good problem. That's great. And he goes, well, yeah, but I'm not really making enough money. I can't really like live off of this. And my wife is pregnant, and we got bills and all that stuff. And I was like, well, wait a second. So that's the environment I'm presented with. It's like, I'm fully booked out, but it's not enough money for me to live comfortably. Something's wrong there.
Right.
I said, wait, what are your prices? What are your rates? And he goes, $200. $200, and Brandon would make a video and for a client and like get it ranked on YouTube and Google for their keywords, like Thousand Oaks restaurant or something like that. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So I just said, raise your prices and add continuity. So he raised it to like $2,000 with like $200 a month in a reoccurring as a service charge to like maintenance and additional stuff. And I just kind of threw that out there. And he texts me by the end of the next day and he goes, just booked my first client at $2,000 at $200 a month. No additional work. And he just completely changed the future trajectory of that business and took that to like a multiple 6-figure agency doing that, and continued to raise his prices. And, when you raise your prices, sometimes your clientele change. You attract a higher quality, higher caliber client.
They might be more committed.
Absolutely. I saw some like really interesting meme or something. I don't know who this is, so I can't credit you, but I really liked it. And it was like juxtaposing two clients. And the one was the person when you charge $500 for, they're like, well, could you please take a moment and tell me exactly what I'm getting and what you're going to do for me at this rate of $500 so I can understand full managed expectations. So it was like, that's like a $500 client. And then it juxtaposed that next to the $5,000 client. It said, okay, payment sent. Is so true. Okay. But just understand that there's a lot there to unpack that we're not going to in this episode. This is more on the business side than the internal side, but you're going to attract such a different clientele when you're not charging Walmart prices.
Right.
Now, number 2, once you've raised your prices, adding the back end. This is like, we've been talking about this for years. I don't know why people don't listen. That's okay. We love you. But increasing LTV is what this is about. Lifetime customer value. Adding a back end to your business model. We have seen, for us, it did this. For so many of our high-end clients, it will double your business.
That's exactly what I was going to say. For us, the second we did this, it doubled our business that year. Yep.
It can triple and can quadruple. So what the heck does he mean? What do I mean by a back end?
Like you said, increasing lifetime customer value, but it's the idea that a repeat customer is 10 times easier to get than a brand new customer. It's also cheaper to acquire the sale.
Yes.
So this is something maybe like higher ticket, more intimate, something where they can keep working with you beyond your initial offer.
Anything where once they buy or after they buy at some point in the future, you say, really complicated here, hey, if you liked this, I got something else for you.
Right. Or when your customers are asking, that was amazing. What's
next? And you just go, oh, no. I don't have anything else.
Right.
Oh, how rude of you. That's so rude. But what we see so much is, the thing is you don't see when you're out there watching all your free webinars and downloading all your free reports and following all these people on Instagram, you don't see anyone else's back end, but you don't see the back end of the funnel. You don't see the rest of it. You just see the top. You just see the front. You just see in front of the stage, like we've talked about before.
Yeah, you're not seeing people like us, for example, launch our back end publicly.
You don't see any of that. So you just say, oh, here's this person crushing this business, and they're just selling this like $200 product. And so what people fall into this trap is they go, okay, I want $1 million. So what do? I got to get more people to buy my $200. Oh my gosh, how many people do I got to get to buy this $200 product? And what you have is there's all this effort and energy going out going, I got to get more people. And it's like, wait a second. James kind of gave me some of the launch guideline metrics. I got to have like 20,000 people in every launch to even get close to that. And I got to do like 4 launches a year. And it's like, nope. You have gotten all these people in. Let's say you had 100 buyers from this $200 product. What are you doing with them? You're just abandoning them? You're not going to continue working with them?
Right. They want to stay in your world.